Welcome back, everyone. I have a delicious meal idea for you today. If you love Philly cheesesteaks, you're going to love this one. It is full of flavor. It's low carb, and you can serve this over anything. My favorite is cauliflower rice. All right, you know a Philly cheesesteak has onions and peppers in it. There's also mushrooms, but I'm not doing that today, but you can if you want. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put this one together for you. We're going to start by getting our veggies ready. All right, underneath my cutting board, I have a wet paper towel. That way we're not sliding everywhere. Now look at these peppers. Aren't they pretty? They look really good in your dish. I've got a green bell pepper, and then I've got some little mini sweet peppers, like orange, red, and yellow. It'll add a nice flavor to the dish, give it a nice color too, so everybody's gonna want one. So we're gonna chop these up. Now, this is the low-carb version of a Philly cheesesteak. I have the full-blown, if you want one that has all the carb in it that you could ever need. That's on my website also. I did that many, many years ago. But like I said, we're trying to take recipes, and we're trying to take the carb down. And y'all are loving these. I've already done like 4 or 5 of them for you guys. If you haven't seen them, just go back to my recent videos and you'll see them there. You can also go to my recipe blog, catherinesplates.com, type in low carb. All right, I'm going to chop these pretty big. We're going to be doing a 9x9 baking dish today for this recipe. If you want to double it up and do a 9x13, you can do that also. What's great about this recipe is you could put it over any type of starch or vegetable, like the cauliflower rice that I was going to do. They have no carb pasta or low carb pastas. You can go check those out. Find those. All right, we got the pepper done. I'm going to do the sweet peppers. We're going to do these, whatever comes in there. I'm just going to slice down the center here, lengthwise, and then we're just going to chop them up. These are so good in flavor. Now, if you don't have the sweet peppers, you can use the regular bell peppers. They have different colors also. You can find them in red, yellow, and orange, and just use one side of each pepper. These are great little snacking peppers, though. Woo, that's good. I'm doing, let's see, this was a medium green bell pepper, and I'm going to do about 8 of the minis here. All right, this looks good right here. We're going to go ahead and start softening these down, and then we'll do the onion. All right, I've got my pan heating up, just a large, deep skillet. We're going to add about 1 tablespoon of some cooking oil. I'm using my olive oil here, nice and healthy. It's 100% extra virgin olive oil. We do have this on our website, catherinesplates.com, under the store links and tabs. You can go in there, find anything that I'm cooking with along the way. Go in there and you can find it. Just click on the link. We get that nice and hot and start adding our peppers. Now this is a really easy put together meal. Great for the weeknights. You're not going to miss any of the flavor. And again, you can add mushrooms to this if you want to do that. I would add it right after you put the onions in. All right, let me go get my wooden spoon. All right, we'll get these softening down while we get the onion ready. It's just a yellow onion. I'm going to take off both ends, get that outer layer off. Y'all have really inspired us. Because I don't know what we'd have done if nobody would have said, hey, do more low carb, because a lot of y'all want these. So we're so excited. What happened to that onion? What was it doing? It's like almost got the whole onion off of there doing that.
Whoa.
There we go. There's Thomas. Everybody say hi.
Hey.
Cut it in half. And then we'll just give these a slice. Then we'll get these a chop. We'll add these to the bell peppers. Again, if y'all want us to try something low carb, let us know. And if I have the recipe, we'll make it low carb. And if not, then we'll do a little research and we will put it together. All right, there we go. These knives are on our website also. These are through Amazon. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add these to the peppers. Yeah, get these nice and softened down. Be excited because this is a ground beef recipe. Now, if you want to do ground chicken, you can do that too. Oh, have y'all ever had a Philly cheesesteak chicken? Yeah. I have that on my site too, but it's the full-blown meal. It's not low carb, but you can make it low carb. While we're getting these softened down, let's mince up some garlic. Flavor, flavor, flavor. Somebody asked us, what's the difference between regular garlic and jarlic, which is just your garlic in a jar. I tell you, every time you open up a jar of garlic and use it, it just releases a lot of flavor and it goes out the window, right? And it's got oils in it and it just takes away from the flavor. If you can do this like a mince to your garlic and put it in a dish, fresh, and it smells delicious. Ooh, look at these. Yeah, they're going to continue softening down as we make this dish. I've got 1 pound of lean ground beef. We're going to add that. Now, what you want to do is break it up and then just smash it down into the pan. We want to give it some crispy bits to it, kind of give it a steak feel to it, but cheaper. Yeah. All right, so we're just going to keep smashing it down. And we're going to brown it up, but we're going to give it some little crispy bits. And then let it do its thing for about 1 minute, and then we'll flip it around. Now, it might have been better if I browned up the ground beef first to get the crispy bits on there. I don't know what I was thinking. You can do it both ways, though. Look at that. Yeah, you hear that sizzle? That's what you want to hear. All right, I'm going to flip it over. And we'll get the other side. And then we'll break it all up. Now, I did drain some of the grease out. All right, let's start breaking it up. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to start flavoring. We need lots of flavor. There's a flavor bomb right there. Woo, yum. Lots of Worcestershire. About a tablespoon. We're going to go across, kind of eyeball that. There we go. We're going to put in some onion powder. That will enhance the onion that's in there. About half a teaspoon of some garlic powder. Yeah, that will enhance the garlic too. And then we're going to add in black pepper, whatever you like. It's a Philly cheesesteak. I like pepper in it. And then we're going to add a little, just a pinch. We'll taste this and make sure of salt. Kind of pull it all together. There we go. All right, we're going to stir this all together. I'd already taken the grease out of my dish here, whatever I had excess of. All right, we're going to add 4 ounces of cream cheese. It's been sitting out for just a little bit. Get it nice and soft. And we'll get that mixing in. I'm going to keep mixing this until the ground beef and the peppers and the onions get nice and creamy. from that. Ooh, doesn't that look good? We're not finished yet. Crazy, right? All right, before we stop this part, we're going to give it a taste, make sure our seasonings are where we want them. There we go. You know what? I bet I just bit into a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. But we're not done yet. Grab you a 9x9 and we're going to spray it with some nonstick cooking spray. That way this doesn't stick. Just using some avocado oil for my sprayer. Let's put our mixture in there. All right, we're just going to flatten it down nice and evenly. We're going to add 4 ounces of a white melting cheese. You can use provolone cheese, or you can use mozzarella, which is what I'm using right here. Doesn't that look good? Or you can even use a Swiss cheese. We're going to put that all on top. It's just 4 ounces. Look at that shred. Yeah. We're going to place this in the oven. I have it preheated at 350 degrees. It's going to go in for about 20-25 minutes till that cheese is nice and melted, a little bubbly, golden brown on top. I'm going to bring it back and I'm going to show y'all my bite. Ooh, look at this. It smells delicious. I'm going to go in. Look at that. All right, that is my cauliflower rice. I'm going to put that right on top. I'll sprinkle a little bit of parsley on top, give it a pop of color. Oh, this looks so good. It's low carb. I've got my cauliflower rice right here. You can eat it. You can eat a Philly cheesesteak. So can I. Here's my bite. That is delicious. Flavor it up. Let me show you what I used for the cauliflower rice. This right here. 5.5 minutes in the microwave. 1 minute wait time. That's it. It's really delicious. You can do whatever you want with it. All right, you guys, give me a thumbs up on this one. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye.